Okay, if we come down to the town of Welch, which is also in the ash heap along with Lewisburg, and we will clear out the mole miners because we don't want them interrupting while we're doing our thing. Bypassing all this carnage, we'll get to Elkhorn Street. And if we pass, whatever this is, what is this, a bank? Store? Post office. So right near the post office in this one or that one? Guess we'll find out. They don't have numbers on them. But we're going to go into this first house, go upstairs. And oh, I got it right. And we'll find this skeleton. Oh, one survived. The skeleton in a wheelchair with some binoculars, just looking out the window. Next to him is 3 empty bottles of whiskey and 1 beer. There's also, what is this? I don't know why I'm bothering with this. The degraded quality is not going to let me see at all what's on that. Come on. Geckos and gamma radiation. Just 1 drop of gecko blood contains enough DNA to give a worm 2 legs and a backbone. In the future, we'll all look in the mirror and see the face of a lizard. So maybe this is a little, not a reference to Lizard, Dr. Lizard, whatever you want to call him, Kurt Connors, from Spider-Man. So Ray here lost the use of his legs, and he's reading something about how geckos' DNA can be used, their regenerative properties can be used to benefit legs, which was the whole point of Dr. Curtis Connors. He lost his arm and used lizard DNA to restore his arm. But this terminal here, always seek the truth, JHP. So I don't understand the JHP because this is Ray. I don't think any of these names are short for Ray. But Laura, gone, day 5. Laura has been gone on a supply run for over 5 days. This has never happened before. I've tried to work up the courage to make my way down the stairs, but what good would that do? Where could I even go? I'm thankful for the whiskey I had stashed away, but there's no food up here. Please be safe, Laura. Hello? Someone must have dropped a nuke and I was not told about it. Laura gone, day 12. I'm starting to see things. People. I watched our wedding ceremony play out right here in the study. I keep experiencing visitors walking up the stairs. Mike, Glenn, Scoot, Jerry, Cal, Andrew, Sean, Artie. Ran out of whiskey. Shared the last glass with a sheep squatch to bury the hatchet. I always knew it wasn't personal. I just got too close. I hear Laura humming downstairs. That means she's cooking, and it smells delicious. So this is his first hint that his injury was caused by an actual sheep squatch, which wouldn't really make too much sense because this would be pre-war, and sheep squatches aren't real. Well, at least according to Cal, sheep squatches were not real. Laura gone, day 16. Had another visitor. Felt so real. His face was wrapped in bandages, but I knew that voice. Didn't think I'd see him so soon. Figured he'd already left town. Again. He brought another bottle from downstairs. Very thoughtful. No food, though. He told me Laura isn't down there. I told him I know. Saw Grandma later that night, too. So, a familiar face wrapped in bandages. That he thought would have left town. Either he's talking about a real person that he knows from his past, or he's referencing the Grim Reaper. Laura gone, day 19. Clear thoughts, if only for a moment. I never could tell them it was real. I didn't want them to end up like me, or worse. What's the point in finding out the truth? What did it get me? What did it prove? Why couldn't I just leave well enough alone? If I could still walk, if I never saw that damn thing, I'd be out there with Laura. We'd be surviving together. Laura, I'm sorry. Please make it home safe. Why do I feel so cold now? So again, he's talking about the sheep squatch. He actually found one. Ray found a sheep squatch, and something happened during their encounter that caused him to lose the use of his legs, but he managed to get away safely. But as we know from the terminals at Cal's terminal, the entries on Cal's terminal, he didn't tell them that he found one. He said that it was all a hoax. It was fake. It doesn't exist. Laura gone, day 21. Seeing more and more visitors, feeling weaker and weaker too. I should crack open that last bottle and call it a night. I love you, Laura. And that's it. Those are the only terminal entries on this terminal. Again, I don't know why it's JHP. As far as we know, his name is Ray. But, maybe it's an oversight. But he cracked open that last bottle of whiskey. And either he starved to death, or the mole miners finally came in, which I think it couldn't have been the mole miners. He would most likely be knocked over. And also, I don't believe the mole miners are hostile to certain people. But the person over here didn't bother to come over and offer any help, knowing that his friend was, not his friend, but his neighbor was next door dying. He's looking out this window. Maybe we can see if there's any skeleton over here. Potentially of Laura. There is a female skeleton over here. And a marine wetsuit. So perhaps this was Laura. And that's why he was looking out this way. She went out this direction to start scavenging. But on her way back... And it could have been mole miners, but I feel like the mole miners have some retained memory of Welsh people, and they do not attack people from Welsh because this place is littered with mole miners, and yet they are not aggressive to... Oh, I can't see him. I also don't remember his name. I think it's Dustin. Dusty? The mole miners are not aggressive to Dylan. Obviously, it's just a game mechanic. They made Dylan and the mole miners not hostile to each other. But I think from a lore perspective, of an in-game lore perspective, the mole miners remember Dylan as a fellow miner, and that's why they are not hostile to him. And while he is not hostile to them, they were his friends and family and loved ones. And just like how the overseer could not kill her husband after he was schoolified or scorchified, I don't remember which, Dylan can't find himself to kill them. But that's for another day. We need to find out what happened to Scoot. But of course, there's no information here on Scoot's whereabouts. Or how to get in touch with Scoot. There's one at Point Pleasant, which is pretty obvious because there was a cryptid hunter here. It's up in his apartment. Can I get up there this way? No. Okay, well, we'll go up the other way. Gonna have to clear a couple of cultists out of the way. That's alright. Oh, someone threw a Molotov. Okay. So then, if we go downstairs into this apartment. Oh, there's 3 roaches in here. Okay. Thought he came upstairs. He didn't. So this was the cryptid hunter that they mention in their terminal entries. But right here... Oh, he has a January and he has an October. I didn't know he had both, but obviously he would because he's a cryptid hunter. But right here, he has a CH Cryptid Hunter Monthly January. We can find an issue here at Ranger District Office. Clear out Scorched first so they don't interrupt. But if we enter and then go into the room where they've got the caged beavers, right down here is another Cryptid Hunter Monthly January. So there's quite a few skeletons here, but the only rangers' names that are mentioned are Ross and Simmons. And Simmons, I'm assuming, is the woman here because she's in front of Simmons' terminal. So I don't know if Simmons or Ross are any of the people mentioned on Ray's terminal, or it could be that one of these other random skeletons that works in this building is one of the people. Sign those permits. Is one of the people that Ray was talking about, and that's why there's a cryptid hunter here, because someone here must be a cryptid hunter. There's one here at Valley Galleria. It's in the restroom of the restaurant. Let's see what random encounter is over there and if it's worthwhile. I can't tell what that is. Is that robot with gold bars? That's robot with gold bars. Okay. So again, they'll be scorched here. I'll have to take them out so you can read the note without worry. It's a nice little scene over here of a bear getting a knife stabbed in him, and then some mannequins. The reason why you find mannequins all over Appalachia, and I guess in other games, is because people are using them to make the world not feel so empty. There are numerous random encounters where people will be talking about how they miss their friends and family and how they've set up mannequins. I think, well, I say numerous. I think there's like 5. But yeah, if you come into the bathroom, I don't think that was from my shotgun, was it? Oh, it was. Okay. There is a Cryptid Hunter Monthly January right here. Pinned to the wall. So again, odd choice. Maybe one of the people that worked here was a Cryptid Hunter. One of the ones mentioned by Ray in his terminal. But chances are you will have found out about what to do with Scoot here. So first thing we need to do is get onto the roof. Or the roofs. And then on the roofs, said near the greenhouse, but there are multiple greenhouses. Am I on the wrong side? I think I gotta be over there. No. Oh, I took no damage. No, I wanted to kill you before the Wendigo got notice of me. Look, Cryptid Hunter. Found one. Cryptid hunting at our finest. Oh. There we go. Hey, that sugar bomb's on it. So instead, we're going to go through... Oh, wait, I can't because I don't have the marsupial perk. Can I get onto the roof from here? I don't think so without a marsupial. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to get onto this roof. Which is here. There we go. Oh, woman here tending the garden. Oh, is it going to be the big greenhouse? Okay, hold up. Yeah, so it was next to the tallest greenhouse. So the way to get up there is go to the church and then take the alleyway, follow up those stairs, and go to the top. And right here, we will find Cryptid Hunter Monthly January. January 2075. Greetings, all Cryptid Hunters, seekers of truth, and explorers of the paranormal. This month, we'll be covering a very special member among legendary beasts, the Sheep Squatch. Do not snicker, dear reader. Over the years, we've amassed a plethora of evidence and convincing cases from the residents of Appalachia. That's right, our woolly friend's favorite haunt is the rolling hills and misty peaks of the Appalachian Mountains. Even readers from across the country will remember that Appalachia, or I guess Appalachia if it's the Appalachian Mountains, has quite the reputation for being home to several cryptids already, and Sheep Squatch stands tall among them. Or I thought I was going to say among them all, to rhyme it. Stands tall among them. Eyewitnesses recount a massive 20-foot tall monstrosity with spiral horns and a vicious pair of chompers. Some claim that it's able to bite through pure steel. There's also rumor that its fleece is far from white as snow. Researchers believe that its wool is razor sharp. No Sheep Squatch sweaters, please. Perhaps most notoriously, though, are the rumors about its bodily waste. Let's say it's the Sheep Squatch's, quote, number one, end quote, feature. If you don't mind a crude pun, we know you don't. There are claims that the Sheep Squatch's urine is so acidic that it can burn your skin for days. There's been cases of just one drop blinding a hunter for life. Yikes. Of course, local governments in Appalachia have been covering up the Sheep Squatch for years. We think they may even be working with the Mothman to hypnotize doctors that treat Sheep Squatch urine patients. More on that in our March issue. Planning any hunts for the Sheep Squatch? Planning any hunts for the Sheep Squatch? Be sure to write in and let us know your findings. And as always, remember to stay safe, keep an open mind, and seek out the truth. Julia H. Park. And then something was added to the bottom. Bullshit. If you want to know the truth about the Sheep Squatch, find me, Scoot Conroy, Southern Belle Motel, walk south, look for the shack with the cats. Go ahead and take that with us. Mute up this. And upon reading that, we will get the quest, That Sinking Feeling. After reading a Cryptid Hunter Monthly issue on the Sheep Squatch, I discovered that someone named Scoot Conroy had left a handwritten message at the bottom. He claims to know the truth about the Sheep Squatch. I should search for his shack for clues and learn more. Find Scoot's shack. Really? What are the odds that they drop the nuke right here? I mean, it's not really too dampening. I'm just gonna server hop. And actually, while you're at the Southern Belle Motel, after you clear out the charred ghouls, because for some reason these ghouls are always charred, you can find another note. Oh, he's all the way over there. Okay. Walk past the downed robot, and right here at the last table is another Cryptid Hunter Monthly January. But he said, go south past the Southern Belle Motel. We then see Delano Grange? Is that where he lives? If not, well, he lives very close by. There are random encounter hotspots out here. Be aware. One of the travel ones actually will spawn in a behemoth. So if you are not paying attention and you are not ready, a behemoth will come running out of the grass, out of the trees, and probably knock you out. It's happened to me once before. But we found Scoot Shack. Said the one with the cats. I don't see any cats. Oh. Tabby cat, a house cat. This is actually a scripted thing that as soon as you get here, the cats leave forever. They're just gone. A little disappointing. And then right here is the 6th and final issue of Cryptid Hunter Monthly January. And this is where Scoot lived? No bed? But okay. Our Pip-Boy has updated. Searches Shack for clues, and that's really it. Letter to L. Hello, L. Thanks for watching my little furballs. Here's some tips for handling them. Also, I'm not sure how long I'll be gone, but I've left a list of birthday gift ideas on my terminal. Keep your receipts, and I'll pay you back. Good luck. Thanks again, and send my regards to R being Ray. Curly, he's the short hair. He like his food left under the desk. Diego and Dolly, these two are inseparable. Gloves recommended. Elma, she is polydactyl, so she'll need her toenails trimmed regularly. Pabbers, she's a good kitty, but she'll need her teeth brushed. Though. Mari or Mary, it's probably Mari. The key to my heart, my best friend, the only one in the world I trust. She likes to nap on top of the terminal. So, key to my heart is in quotes. That's probably important. Ruby, I hope I'll just say Ray, I hope Ray reminded you to wear long pants. Oh, he had so many cats, but there were only 2 here when we got here. Strider, big but sneaky. Vet has him on a special diet. Reference to Lord of the Rings. Snuggles, her name is ironic. Seriously, do not attempt to snuggle with Snuggles. Unfortunately, Snuggles will also need her teeth brushed. Sorry. That shadow right there at the bottom of the screen, moving around, kind of caught me off guard. Cleo, I've left a grooming brush if you happen to have a chance. Mitchell and Spencer, I can't actually tell the two apart. Skilled climbers, so watch your head. Thanks again, Scoot. And we cannot take that note. But yeah, there were only 2 cats when we got here. one on top of the motorcycle, one around here, and they both left and will never be seen again. You can't even VATS them. I guess I should have tried when they were here. Okay. Let's go ahead and access Scoot's terminal. Yeah, he lived here without a bed or anything. Personal documents. Property of Scoot Conroy. Always seek the truth. Birthday present ideas. Cleo, 6'6". Odd that he knows their birthdays. Exactly. Hopefully finding him a new toy or a new home. Curly, 12'12". Some little kitty boots. Diego, 3'11". A new blanket. Dorothy, who was Dorothy mentioned in the thing? Maybe. 8'17", a different blanket from Diego's. Elma, 4'2". Need ideas. Mari, 11'17". Something special. Maybe a key-shaped locket. Mitchell, April 2nd or July 29th. Jingle toy. Pabbers, June 10th. Imported canned tuna. Ruby, October 24th. New grooming brush. Spencer, he's basically the same as Mitchell because he doesn't know their birthdays, and I think they're twins, twin cats. Same as Mitchell, I guess. Strider, January 3rd. A Belle, damn it, and some more of that special diet food. Okay, Truth Seekers, December 10th, 2076. System, now beginning Truth Seekers meeting for August 10th, 2076. Didn't it say December? Hold up. Yeah, it said December. Okay. By auto dictated for records. System, roll call. Scott, Scoot, Conroy, Ray Gary, that was his name, and Shelby O'Rourke. So Ray Gary, yet his terminal belongs to someone named JHP. Ray. All right. Well, I'd like to start by welcoming our newest prospective member, Miss Shelby O'Rourke. Shelby, hi, it's good to be here. Ray, Shelby here is writing a thesis statement for a master's program at Vault Tech University. Scoot, oh, well, la-dee-da. He seems to still be upset that Cal left them to go to Vault Tech U, and now Shelby's coming in, another person for Vault Tech U. Shelby, right, I'm putting a specific emphasis on the study of cryptids. Scoot, studies? Pah, okay, another one of these educated types. Great. Ray, Scoot, come on, stop being rude. Scoot, why? Isn't she just another academic like our old friend Calvin? Ray, Scoot, Scoot, how long before she ditches us too? Leaves us behind like some backwoods. Ray, Scoot, this is getting... Scoot, forget it, Ray. I'm not doing this again. Have a good life, Shelby. Unintelligible clatter. Error, too quiet, unable to dictate. Ray, so, Shelby, that was, Shelby. That was a lot to process, so I think, Ray, yeah, I can imagine. Shelby, work. Get back to that. Me, I mean. I'm going to. Leave and get back to. Ray, yeah, I understand. Meeting adjourned. System, dictation stopped. Scoot, I asked Laura to load this into your terminal while she's feeding your cats. Please read over these meeting notes and really consider your behavior. I can't even look Shelby in the eyes after this. She could have been a great resource for the club. And this proves that Ray and Laura are the two people that were in Welch. Draft, adoption. Wanted, new home for cats. Hello. If you're an experienced owner with a love of cats and are looking for a new companion, you can reach me at Hi, cat lovers. Looking for a new best friend? Only accepting the most qualified of candidate. Seriously, cat owners only. Please inquire if you're looking to adopt a... Forget it. And Shelby O'Rourke, we actually haven't gotten to, but Ray was right. She would be a good addition to their cryptid studies, and we will explore her while we're doing all this cryptid stuff. A research, private. Enter security phrase. And it gives you all these letters, but obviously we know that it's Mary. But hold on, we got a new update to our quest log. No, we did not. Read optional. Read letter to L for clues, which we already did. But let's just wait. Yeah, let's see if Dorothy was one of them. It was Dolly. Dorothy must be short for Dolly, or Dolly must be short for Dorothy. Okay, so the key to his heart was Mary. Mary. Oh no, I didn't memorize her birthday. Go back. 11/17. Mary, 11/17. Read Scoot's research. I'm going to guess it doesn't update my journal for that, does it? Oh, it does. I've unlocked the research section of Scoot's terminal. That passphrase was the name of his cat, Mari, and her birthday. I should read his research files to see what I can find. I'm hearing movement. But I think it's just the rain falling. But also, it's right down here is the travel random encounter hotspot. It's when you're passing through this little area here. And I probably should have went that way when I was coming up to Scoot's shack to see what we got. But I didn't want a behemoth to walk up and just bonk this character on the head. But okay. Research is unlocked. I don't know why it booted me out of the terminal. Spirits and Ghosts. Field research number 1. September 24th. Oh, well, no. We'll do the Sheep Squatch first. Sheep Squatch. Field research 1. February 20th, 2070. Hunters. Me, Cal, and Ray. Wait, is this identical to what's on the other terminal? Farmland near Route 63. Me and the fellas took a road trip up north a bit. I heard rumors about sheep disappearing. Ray thought that maybe the Sheep Squatch eats sheep, so these are all the same entries. This is the one near Point Pleasant. Stopped at a creamery on... Wait, no, this isn't the same. A visiting member from Point Pleasant had mentioned some tracks to us out by where he lived. He said they weren't anything like what he'd seen before. I told him that maybe the Mothman has him under mind control. We drove out there anyways. Stopped at a creamery on the way. Pretty good. No squatch to be found though. No sheep squatch evidence. So he put creamery in quotes, but I will point out where these locations are after we get through. Field Research 3. August 28th, 2072. It's just Ray and Scoot. Land out near Watoga. Ray wasted his time. I know he just brought me out to try to calm me down. Well, screw him. Screw Cal. Screw the both of them. Cal thinks he's so goddamn smart. I don't need him. No sheep squatch. No sheep squatch. No sheep squatch. Actually, I don't know where this one is. Field Research number 4. December 29th, 2072. The hills behind Uncanny Valley. Just Scott. Or Scoot. Same person. I stopped off here on the way back from visiting Mom at home. I wanted to prove it to myself that this new sighting was a fake, even if Ray won't listen. Undeniable proof, my ass. It was an albino deer. Oh, scary. I wish Cal was there so I could laugh in his stupid face. Ha ha ha. What a terrible and mighty sheep squatch. Loser. Conclusion, there is no sheep squatch. Loser Van Asshole. So before we get on to the ghost stuff, the 63, where was it at? Is right here. So they mentioned that the 63 had a sheep squatch sighting, and actually there is an event called, what is it called? Free Range, that will start around the Route 63 and end up here. So there you go. There's also, so he mentions a creamery. The creamery is right here, Cowspot's Creamery, but there's also a location up here called Lady Janet's Soft Serve. And around this area, free range can also start. I think it's around Grove's family cabin. I don't know where it ends because I've never done the one in the forest. But it starts around this area, and again, there's the creamery he mentioned. And then he said there was one near Watoga. But there is no free-range event in the Cranberry Bog. So it might have been cut. And then the last one is here near the Southern Belle Motel. And it ends here at Delano Grange. But he doesn't mention this one. He mentions Uncanny Caverns, which is where all three of them investigated on their own. And I believe that's where Ray got injured. Okay, but now he has Spirits and Ghosts. Field Research 1. September 24th, 2077. Hunters are Scoot and Sean. Abandoned house in Harper's Ferry. First trip hunting a real phenomenon. The evidence on interacting with the spirit world is undeniable. We brought the old General Atomics BS7 transistor radio. Sean says it's a perfect ghost phone. Man, was he right. We got some of the craziest messages from this house. We kept hearing church repeated over and over again. Sean thinks that because the radio kept picking up the local religious stations, but I don't know. I just have this feeling. Need to look at some maps and consider the next steps. Oh wait, I didn't read. I found an entry about the sheep squatch on Scoot's terminal. Hardly what I would call definitive proof. I should see if I can find out where Scoot went most recently. I may be able to find more clues there. Like, why would I update that on my Pip-Boy? Just being like, man, I just read something on a terminal. I should exit the terminal and add a note to my Pip-Boy. Ghost Field Research number 2. October 18th, 2077. This is before the bombs fell. Haven Church is the location. Despite what Sean thinks, I took a drive out to Haven Church. Couldn't find anything there, but I asked around and hit the jackpot. Apparently, there's another old church a few miles east of there. Said there was an accident with a sinkhole. Some people died. I knew it. Typical. No one listens to old Scoot. I'll be heading out to where this old sunken church is supposed to be tomorrow. Oh, wrong button. Scoot left behind research notes on a sunken church in the mire. It seems this was the last place he went before he disappeared. I should try to find this church. And the sunken church is right here. And right here, behind Clay's bunker, is the sunken church. Huh. I don't believe there is a abandoned house that you can find in Harper's Ferry. I'll go through it and check. If there is, there'll be footage. If there isn't, then there won't be footage. Considering that all the houses are abandoned, actually, it will be very difficult. But I'll still give it a go. But for now, we're going to head up to the sunken church. We're going to go to Haven Church and walk there, because that's what he did. Before I go, I'm going to see what travel encounter I get. If it's the behemoth, it's the behemoth, but might as well see what happens. It's the behemoth! Of course it is! This character cannot handle a behemoth, so I'm not going to. But yeah, the way travel encounters work is that you have to trigger it. So you can't just go to the location. You have to walk through to get it to activate. That's why it didn't activate once I got to Scoot's house. But it did activate when I walked through. First time I actually encountered the one here as a hotspot was I was just walking through it but I was heading upward, and then battle music happened, and I turned around, and he just ran towards me. But yeah, there you go. Alright, so we're here at Haven Church. On our way to find the Sunken Church. I guess I didn't check the roof. So sometimes on the roof, an owlet will spawn. And if you kill the owlet, you will unlock a unique recipe called Owlet Nuggets. Okay. Man, I love the mire. The mire is still my favorite location. I just don't camp out here because there's so many things that'll just destroy your camp. Okay. But man, it's got that spookiness. Enemies are up here fighting. Seems to be super mutants fighting over here. There's a lot of sinking buildings. Super mutant demolisher. Oh man. Thought I could get there in time. But obviously running, he's gonna detect me. We're just gonna go to Rayleigh Clay's. Blood bugs. Wonder what he was fighting to cause him to say no fair. Oh, Radstag. Oh, how did he regenerate all of his health? That's not fair. What? What? You weren't here? You can't just throw another legend, not a legendary, but another high-level freaking dude at me. Okay, here's a house that suffered through the sinkhole. There's nothing here. Obviously, it wants me to go into the church, but let's look at these houses first. There's another one. This one seems like you can go inside it, because there's stuff inside. Container with some randomized junk. Can I not go in here? There's a bowl. Bowling pin. Oh, I guess you can't get in there. I mean, possibly with a jetpack? Oh well. There's another sunken house right here. Oh, you're what he was fighting. Well, this one, the tree just grew out of it. There. Now you can chill out. Okay. Oh. Grave robbers. They were, after the church sank, they started digging up the graves. there's a safe here that requires Granny Davis's safe key. Well, at the end of this, I will show you where to find Granny Davis's safe key. Because it actually has nothing to do with this quest. It existed before they put anything here. I found a sunken church in the mire. It looks like the place where Scoot could have easily gotten hurt or lost. I should enter the church to see what I could find. Search the sunken church for signs of Scoot. Find all the clues in the sunken church. Churches always have very tragic stories in the Fallout universe. A lot of times it ends up being corruption. Like what I think I'm seeing right here. A pastor trying to run off with a bunch of money. So I'm guessing this pastor, this is just speculation, there's no proof. Oh, there's always poison at a freaking church in Fallout 2. But I'm guessing, not Fallout 2, but in Fallout in general. I'm guessing this pastor was trying to make a quick buck, so he built the church on this obvious terrible location that's going to have a sinkhole. Got the money, tried to leave, and it sank. Day 1. This is Scoot. If you're stumbling across this note, or my body, just leave it. Maybe someone who knows me will find it. I fell down the sinkhole and broke both of my legs. I'll be dead soon. Please feed my cats. Day 2. Not dead yet, and not alone either. Someone else fell down here before me. His name's Kevin, and he's some kind of park ranger. He knows all sorts about survival, showed me where to gather drinking water and moss that I could eat. We've been eating bugs, too. Need that protein. He said that people from his division would be searching this area any day now. Day 24. No one is coming. My leg has healed. Well, you said both of your legs broke. But not in a good way. Kevin and I had tried to work together on splints, but the wood down here is too moist. Just crumbles. I just spend my days crawling through the mud, eating bugs, drinking dirty water. I'm going to die down here. Okay, well that was clue 1 of 3. Day 82. So the bomb's clearly dropped by now. Day 82. Someone else fell in. His name's Mickey. We had some tremors, shifted the earth a lot. Mickey came tumbling through the sunlight. Mickey says crazy things, but I'm beginning to believe him. Said the world is shit. It's over. Said he's in a gang of chefs and keeps telling me there's only one way we survive, and he'll teach me. I don't know how I feel about Mickey. Mickey was a gourmand. Day 90. Been thinking a lot about Ray and Laura. Never got to visit their new place out over in Welch. Again, proof that is Ray. Don't understand the JHP. God, I hope they're okay. Wish I got to tell Ray about me debunking the sheep squatch, but did he know something that I didn't? I can't get that thought out of my mind. Well, Ray claims he met a real sheep squatch and it injured him. Day 100, 200, 1000. Dear Lord, Mickey killed Kevin. He choked the life out of him while he was sleeping. He said Kevin needed to die for us to live. I can't do this. Someone help me. He said we had to. He said we. Mickey made me E. I'm so sorry. Someone please help me. I'm so sorry. So Mickey convinced Scoot to eat. What is that? It's cultist stuff. To eat Kevin What is all over the floor? Is it supposed to be blood? Oh, another cultist thing. But there are no bodies down here other than this cultist. Oh, well, here's one. So there's one skeleton, so that could be one of the boys. And there's a bunch of bone chimes. Bunch of sacks, too. And a cultist dagger. The Gourmands didn't use cultist daggers, but I guess it's the only dagger that existed. Okay, well, here's the last note. A new day. A new day. Kevin was weak. Mickey was weak. I am strong. I took all their strength from them. I see the daylight now. I don't want to leave. I don't need to. I will wait here. Wait for the weak to find their way to me. I will consume their strength. I will become stronger. I will survive this world. Oh! Oh, no, not that. Oh, I didn't get to read it, but I don't think it said anything new. That was Scoot. Scoot became a Wendigo because he ate human flesh. And that's what the legends state, that if you eat too much human flesh, you will become a Wendigo. But actually, my Fallout belief, and there is another thing. Wendigos and ghouls are not hostile to each other. Wendigos count as the ghoul faction, and at least in Fallout 76. But when you get diseases from too much water, too much radiation, you get something called parasites, which decrease your hunger and your water rapidly. Look, I let you live. I don't think you want to mess with me. So, what I think was happening was he was drinking all that dirty water. And it was making him overly thirsty, overly hungry, much like what happened with, was it Morris? Was he the leader of the Gourmands? And that intense hunger is what ends up causing Wendigo. And we know that it's an intense hunger because of some holotapes we can find at Uncanny Caverns. Just gonna kill these guys real quick and see if there's anything over here. And then I'll show you where Granny Davis's key is. It's just that this tree looked a bit different, so I wanted to come over to this tree to see if it was special in any way, but I'm guessing no, it's not. I mean, other than the fact that it has strangler pods on it, it just seems like any other tree. Well, I guess before we take off, let's just check this one last thing over here. There's a picker-up truck and some wood piles. An axe. No skeleton. Okay, so it was just someone chopping down wood. Nothing special or unique here. Okay. Well, as I promised, I said I would show you where to get Davis's key, Granny Davis's key. So here in Berkeley Springs, if you go along the back area near the church, you can see these piled up just junk. It's just a bunch of piled up junk. And if you go up, and if you go into here, across the rooftops, you'll find a little home, little apartment. The terminal, well, the terminal proves that this is the Davis family. So Granny Davis will live here. But that has nothing to do with this. That has to do with Chloe? Can't see her from here. But the robot, and it's a daily quest. But what you do find is a holotape called Tossed the Stash.
Hey, Matt, I made it back to the safe house, but you probably guessed that. Stupid, you're so stupid! No, you made it to the safe house, you idiot, you idiot! Unfortunately, I had to stash the duffel on the way because I was being chased. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, Matt. Idiot! You stupid idiot! So yeah, I tossed it into the porch in the southwest corner of the White Hotel, the one up on the cliff. Anyway, I'm gonna take off, Matt. It's too dangerous around here. I'm gonna head back into the mountains, I think. Farewell. What the fuck? Farewell. Nobody says that. You're so stupid, you idiot. You stupid idiot.
Well, actually, that had nothing to do with it. That has to do with something else, which we'll explore when we go throughout the town of Berkeley Springs. I thought that had to do with it. But in here, that's a sink, so this shouldn't be an oven. Why would your oven be attached to the sink? But inside the oven is Granny Davis's safe key. So now we can fast travel back to Rayleigh Clay's bunker. Or not. It is the bug where it does not let you fast travel, apparently. Okay, it went. And then once we're back at Rayleigh Clay's bunker, luckily I got killed by that super mutant, so I know where to go, even though it's literally just over the hill. Back to the bed of that picker-up truck. Oh, they respawned. No, you don't see me. Back to Granny Davis's safe. Open it. It's RNG, so it is randomized. But isn't that just my luck? It gives me 1 pre-war money. But it's just randomized loot that they would have gotten off of the corpses from grave robbing. And there you go. And the last thing in regards to Scoot was that it foreshadowed in the entry for February 20th, 2070, when they were out at the farmland on Route 63, and they thought that the sheep squatch was eating sheep. They said, or I guess Cal, because Calvin wrote this, that they'd bet money that Scoot is a cannibal before a sheep squatch is. And Scoot ended up being a cannibal. So now we found out what happened with Ray and what happened with Scoot. But what happened to Cal? And the answer to that was not released until much, much later from Wild Appalachia. But perhaps this character has never gone here, just walked past it to add it to the map. But if you come to the Blue Ridge Caravan Company,
what's that over there?
Gotta wait a whole another hour for that food orgy.
Evening.
gotta look for a man named Ares.
I'm sore all over.
Lawsuits like
Building
yours
this place up is hard work.
lately.
Scorch of the ferals no
Is he inside? So, just be aware. This will have spoilers. For the events of Still Dawn, Still Rain. Still Rain, I guess, not Still Dawn. That's if I can even find him.
Don't go there with me.
All I did was look in your direction. He must be on the other side. So let's jump to the other side of Big Bend. Well, the auto death kicked in right when I got here and the cows died. You cannot blame that for me. On me. Okay.
This misty foggy crap.
Too busy. Maybe later? I know a guy who could fix that.
It's just about time to eat.
It's a bit strange.
Sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
Okay, yeah, Ares is here this time. Let's go ahead and interact.
Need something?
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to you?
You mean the voice, the mask? It's not so much what, but who. And, I think you've already been acquainted. It's my special reward for standing between a robot and love. Love that, someone may have programmed it to seek out. I do not recall that programming requiring ripping the face off of any human in its path, or gunning down Bish employees for that matter. But isn't Mother Nature amazing?
Yeah, and through that, and I guess through doing the actual quest line for the Brotherhood, you find out this is Calvin. Ares is Calvin Van Lowe. He wears this mask because his lower half of his face and his jaw was ripped apart during his death by snooze-suit antics. And he is the only surviving member. Oh, you selling me a swatter? He is the only surviving member of... what were they called? The Truth Seekers.
This world resists the positive changes we try to bring to it. But ever so slowly, our efforts make a difference. Need something? This world resists the positive changes we try to bring to it. Quietly, a stranger approaches, motives unclear. Their eyes shimmer in apprehension at the ghastly apparition that greets them. Hello, the apparition says gleefully. Quietly, a stranger approaches. Need something?
Raiders come snooping around, they're gonna regret it.
And that's it for what happened between the Truth Seekers. We never find out about the other people, I believe. Mike, Glenn, Jerry, Andrew, or Artie. Sean is mentioned in Scoot's terminal, but then nothing else comes of that. So now we need to find out if this sheep squatch is actually real, and also investigate all of those other cases that Calvin was looking into.